What up? What up? What up? What up, world? Tap. I'm Compression. It's the Monday jump off number 117. 117. We in the building. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a great holiday weekend. Whatever you celebrate, hope you enjoyed it. And even if you don't celebrate any of those things, I still hope you enjoyed it and you had a good time, right? So we'll just jump right in. As always, for your recovery and your strength training and certain other aspects that they have, check out portal.com. That's PRTL.com. New great facility open on, what is it? On 17th Street in Lower Manhattan. And you can go to prtl.com, use access code BELITE for 15% off all your stuff and all your needs, and just go enjoy yourself. But definitely check it out, especially when it comes to your recovery. And they have the ARX machine for strength training. They have these dope bikes for your conditioning, your heart rate. It's just an overall good program they have going on there. And it's a blessing, and I'm grateful, very grateful for it. Helps me with my recovery and to do some other things to keep myself in shape. Next is check out BeEliteNYC.com. Cop some gear. That's my brand. Email me. Come hang out. Talk fitness. Talk shop. Hopefully, come in and have a complimentary session, and just feel good. I hope to meet some of you in person at my gym location on 39th and 6th here in Manhattan, New York. And just feeling good about that, right? Still able to be in business, but most importantly, still able to be of service. So as I get better, hopefully I can make all of you better. And that's a joy of just doing what you love every day. Next is check out Elevate. No, they don't sponsor, they don't pay me for this. I just think it's a really good app. So the link to that is also in my description. So definitely check out Elevate, use that link, and sign on. Work your mind daily. It's just something good, build your articulation, your thoughts, the way you image words, your math. It's just an overall good program to do. And this is the month of April. For this entire month of April, fitness goal wise, because my goal this year is to do 365 days of movement. And this month it is 40 sit ups every day for the month of April. Today makes April the 10th. So we'll be going on day 10. If you're just jumping in, come on, it's just 40 sit ups. Join in and just have a good time with us. I got people from the States all the way, it said Japan contacted me doing it. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome. When you're starting things, you never know how it's gonna go, but I'm just grateful for all the love and the support. Just on, working on getting people just at a base level of just moving every day, right? So that's my housekeeping stuff. Yeah, that's all I have to say as far as those things go. We get a little water, and then we're gonna talk this talk because we all need to stay ambitious. Yes, it is 4:30 in the morning. It's just what it is. As you can see, I'm showered up, ready to go, ready to start my day. And it's just how it is during the week for me. So our book for today, which I think you should all have, is Tribe of Mentors by Tim Ferriss. So some of these books, right, in my library, you know, I normally sometimes, cool facts. I don't know. I use money to mark off where I'm at in the book. So, um, learn more, no less, right? So this I ended on Neil Strauss. He's the author of The Game and the Rules of the Game. Um, and he has a follow-up book called The Truth and the Uncomfortable Book about Relationships. Stroff dives deep into the worlds of sex addiction, non monogamy, infidelity, and intimacy, and explores the hidden forces that causes people to choose each other, stay together, and break up. He most recently co authored with Kevin Hart the instant #1 New York Times bestseller, I Can't Make This Up Life Lessons. So, this book here just has like a lot of interviews with a lot of different people we should know, you know, and they ask good questions like what purchase of $100 or less has most positively impacted your life in the last 6 months. He said, Talmate Key Finder on Amazon is giving me hours of my life back that were previously spent dashing around the house looking for my keys. Works great with pets too. It's just those simple things, but I really actually like reading through this book, skimming through it, and just something about keeping a real dollar in my books. Because truth of the matter is, the old saying is if you empty your purse into your mind, you become the richest on the planet. So the goal is keep your mind rich. And also this morning, I found something from one of my clients that I want to share. Just being a dad um, and having great clients. Sometimes in my books, I keep these things like, you know, it says, your new daughter, first she was a dream in your heart. And I just thought that was really cool. Now she's the miracle you hold in your arms. Forever she'll be the love of your life. It's such a joy for everyone who knows and loves you to see something so beautiful happen in your life. Wishing you happiness with your baby girl. Congrats on your beautiful daughter. Enjoy all the wonderful feelings and events of fatherhood. Much love and peace. Mark. That's from my client Mark. Shout out to my client Mark. I still got it. Um, yeah, it's like 4 years ago. Pretty good mint condition. So, books to me hold the key to a lot of things. So I keep a lot of things inside my books. And yeah, this is a good one. Tribes and Mentor. Once again, shout out to Mark for that. Um, some things touches your heart at a deeper level and keeps you going. And it lets you know that you've impacted people as well. They have impacted you. So I say that to each one, reach out and be your best self, right? So, ambition. Why we should always be ambitious and keep on going. You just never know when you're putting your best foot forward where life is going to take you, right? It's going to have its ups and downs, its ebbs and flows, and everything in between. But when you're staying your course, your path, and you're working on what you're supposed to be working on, things just tend to start going your way. Opportunities. A lot of people miss opportunities because they're in the backyard of their life looking for four-leaf clovers, right? But the opportunity is always knocking at the door. You just got to be willing to open the door and not be in the backyard of your life, meaning not looking back, but being present, understanding that each day is a blessing for you to move forward with your goals and to progress yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, friendship wise, what have you. And most importantly, to begin to start again. Every day is a day to start again, right? Like this weekend, I worked out hard. My people my people battery was low, so I rested. I just worked out, read, and rested. It was very quiet because you got to have that. But I was planning on what I want to do this week, how I want to get it done, and just enjoying that process. So, to the people I didn't get a chance to call back, I had to rest my brain and just my vocals as well, right? Because sometimes in my business, when you're dealing with other people all the time, constantly texts, emails, what's going on with this? Well, I haven't lost weight with that. OMG, my arm fat is too much now. OMG, the scale is 3 pounds more than it was 2 weeks ago. OMG, like that even takes a toll on us coaches and trainers and and just supporters of healthy living, right? And we need time to rest too, so we can be as strong and powerful and innovative as we're supposed to be with our knowledge and wisdom and understanding of things, right? And our practice, most importantly, our practice. Everyone should be practicing what they preach. And so the ambition of it all is with like martial arts. So I got my jujitsu sweatshirt on. Definitely, if you're ever in Manhattan, New York, come hang out. Dan Koval, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Come check us out. And I was thinking about my martial journey and how, I had really bad asthma, and everybody said I'll never be like healthy. I'll never run, jump, play like a normal kid because I almost died a couple of times due to asthma growing up. Been in the hospital a few times, maybe like 5 or 6 times, and I think went on the flatline maybe once, and no, not maybe, but actually did flatline once. Um, and when you come out of things and you're just dealing with the world itself, with everything in the world, and you're trying to survive, I would say keeping, my goal, my ambition of myself that I created in my own mind at like 7, right? Looking in the mirror, I said, this is how I see myself, these abs, this strength or whatever. And I just kept to that. And that was really all that I ever needed to keep going. And then to see it happen, I go, man, I wish I made my ambitions bigger, right? So when you see the youth and they're ambitious, like they want to be president and astronauts, let them know, go even bigger and help them guide them into the things they need to know, right? So if they want to go into politics, that's verbal skill. So you need to work on their reading, their writing, how they articulate. If they want to become a physicist, that's mathematics. Start them very basic. 1 + 1 = 2. Go into your fractions, division, multiplications, etc., etc. And just slowly build them up and let them know, like, hey, these things can be fun since you have the ambition and the drive for it. Don't ever tell a child that it'll be too much. It's too hard. It's too difficult. Nah, you got to say, this is going to be your joy. This is going to be your fun time. This is going to be what you add on to humanity to make people better. Most importantly, you're making yourself better by doing something positive, right? So any child or young adult seeking to do something positive, just start guiding them in the right path, and then their will eventually would have to take over to continue. But we shouldn't be the bearer of it's not even the bearer of bad news. It's the bearer of what is. Anything that you desire at a particular level in any industry, right? I'm going on 16 years in the fitness industry this November. It took a certain level of dedication, right? A certain level of consistency, a certain level of striving, a certain level of bouncing ideas off of others. And but I'd be so amped and so excited just to continue this path. Like I really live a dope life, and I'm get to be around beautiful minds, beautiful bodies, just a whole bunch of beauty, and it's not even the money. The money's dope too. It's not even the travel and the opportunities. All that stuff is dope. But the reason those things have come to me and to other trainers I know is because we just kind of stay ready and we stay in our path and we stay on our path. So, and we're very ambitious about what we want. I think once you know what you want, you can begin to grasp it more readily, right? And once you start handling things in your back office, that means your personal space, the things people don't see about you, right? And that's not saying that you have unhealthy pathologies and things like that. I guess we all have a few unhealthy pathologies. Like, I'm a sugar addict. Give me some gummy bears. I'm ready to go. But for the most part, just make sure you're handling your business. And while you're handling your business and you're working towards your goals and you're not being a douchebag toward people, but you still got to let people know, like, hey, don't cross this threshold. That's called boundaries, right? And I'm not talking about these weird boundaries people are making up, because boundaries is the new go-to word. But I'm talking about the way you move, the way you interact, always creates the boundaries. Like people begin to know things about you. Like they know, like, oh, such and such does such and such and such. And if you're not about that, you just go weed yourself out, right? I ain't never cut nobody off. They always clip their own scissors. They always clip their own rope with their own scissors they had in their own hand. That's because as you grow, some people can't grow with you. And as they're growing, you might be growing fundamentally in different directions. And that's cool too. So I say all that to say that keep your ambitions and your goals because you are leading the next generation into the future. And yeah, stay ambitious. And remember, you're the king and queen of your life. Make the best of it. I'll see you next week. Uncle Presh, this has been Monday Jump Off. Peace.